Life for Sikka Khan as he pushes 80 is simple, quiet, full of the love of neighbors and the extended family that took him in when his own was ripped apart decades ago. Khan, then a baby, was alone in the world. It was in the chaos of partition when British India gave way to the two independent nations of India and Pakistan. Millions of people instantly displaced, many killed in the terrifying sectarian violence that erupted. For Khan, a few old photos barely sketch in the horror of what happened. His mother, grief-stricken, took her own life. His father killed in the clashes. His older brother lost across the border in Pakistan. Only Khan didn't know it. I spent my life asking everyone, "Have you seen my brother?" he says. "Can you help me find him?" He did find him. 74 years later. A reunion so long coming, steeped in emotion. Tears of joy, but also pain over the years lost. My heart was full, Khan says, but my heart also feels we should always be together from now on. Separated by a border, the brothers manage as best they can. Frequent video calls where they gab and make up for lost time. On the other end of the line, Sadiq Khan cherishes the moments with his little brother, who doesn't carry the trauma of partition as he does, 10 years old in 1947. We were in hiding, but the violence followed us, he says. It took my father from me. He remembers being in a large group, the military escorting them to the Pakistani side of the border on foot. I lost a shoe when I was walking over dead bodies. Sadiq Khan has lived his life, watched children and grandchildren grow, but the wounds of partition are always there, flashing in his mind's eye. It was like being in hell, he says. Even 75 years later and far from the border, the scars from the violence and chaos of partition is seeped into Indian society in villages like this one across the country. The trauma passed down through generations. And it's the younger generations who are working to reunite survivors and reclaim the past. Nasir Dhillon helped the Khan brothers find each other through his YouTube channel Punjabi Lehar, one of some 300 reunions he's facilitated. I was inspired by my elders, my grandfather, who told me stories about partition. The videos started going viral, he says. There's a need for this service. Also working to highlight the painful memories, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced last year that August 14th would now be Partition Horrors Remembrance Day, to honor the pain and suffering, he said, a move that some see as cynical. With communal tensions again flaring under the current government, attacks on India's minority Muslim community rising.
I too am a child of the partition because I was...
This historian even takes issue with the name, a Horrors Day, to commemorate India's bloody partition.
There was madness and there was horror, but there was also great acts of humanity and courage.
For her, it should be about the people who've endured so much. Scarred and separated for too long, left to cherish whatever time they have left. Salima Shivji, CBC News, Pulewala, Punjab.